Okay. You are Stella Cleo Simmons, and you were born on June 23rd, 1926, right?
Yes,
At Sedalia in Pettis County, Missouri,
right.
right? And who were your parents?
Estelle Simmons and Dolly Rose Girl.
Girl. And when you were born, you only had one older brother, right?
Right,
Max Elroy, who was born in 1924.
right.
What do you remember about him as a kid? Anything?
Uh, Especially when we went to school, he wouldn't go by himself, and I had to go with him. And I was only about 4 or so.
Why wouldn't he go by himself?
Because he didn't want to walk that far by himself. He's afraid to.
What school was that? Do you know?
He Linloft School.
Where was that at?
That was down at in the country, south of Stover.
Where were your parents living when you were born? Do you remember?
They were living, I know, Pettis County, but I don't know just where that was at.
They were living up near Sedalia somewhere?
Yeah, someplace, yeah.
And when did they move from there? Do you remember? Was it before Mary was born?
No, I don't even remember her being born.
You don't remember Mary being born?
No, I was too little.
You remember William Jacob being born in 1930?
No,
You remember Estelle Howard when he was born?
no,
You don't remember him?
no. I remember Buck and Frida.
You remember Rosie?
Rosie, no, I don't.
And you remember Buck? You remember Betty Geneva?
Yes, I remember her.
She was born and died in 1941.
Yeah,
And Calvin Eugene
yes,
and Frida.
and Frida.
So from Buck to the rest of them you remember. You don't remember. Okay. How did you and Elroy get along as kids?
Of course, I don't remember us ever having fighting or anything like that because it wasn't allowed in the first place. But no, I don't remember much about it.
Did he ever do anything mean to you?
No,
Did you ever do anything mean to him?
not that I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I remember.
So which one of your siblings was the most fun to be around, play with?
Probably Mary, because she was almost same age as me.
Did you guys do anything?
No, we just
What'd you do for fun?
ring around the Rosie.
Ring around the Rosie. Did you have like chores and stuff to do around the farm?
I can't remember having anything outside the house to do.
Really? You didn't have to like get eggs or Grandma do that?
Yeah, she did. She took care of your garden and everything.
And the garden?
Yeah.
She always had a garden, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Did you guys ever have to work in that? Weed it?
No.
You didn't?
Uh-uh.
I know she took, that I remember, she took care of her garden. Her garden was always
Yeah, she did.
in good shape.
She took care of it. She weeded it with the hoe. She didn't go out and pull them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it with the hoe.
So do you remember any time ever getting in trouble by Grandpa or by your dad or your mom? You ever got whipped or anything?
We always got whipped if we didn't do what we was told to do.
Did you ever get whipped that you remember?
Yes, I have.
What'd you do?
I got mad just like everybody does when they get whipped. which makes it
I
worse.
mean, what'd you do to get whipped? Do you remember?
Oh, what I do to get whipped. I don't know what I did. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't do nothing.
What do you remember about your aunts and uncles back then, from either side? Did they come around much? Did you go around them much?
Maybe once a year they would come and maybe stay overnight and leave the next day. So that's about all I
Do you
remember.
anything like? Do you remember anything of Golden?
No.
Golden or Uncle Tom or?
Oh, I remember a time in Golden when he come around. He lived in St. Joe, and that was really nice. Or he was really nice.
Uncle Golden?
Yeah, he was.
What did Uncle Tom do all before work?
Just anything he could get to do, like mostly helping in the timber. Dad, he helped Dad a lot in the timber. So he lived with us.
When you were little?
For a long time, yeah.
Oh. And your aunts? Do you remember anything about your aunts?
I remember on Dad's side, Aunt Faye, more than any of them.
Why?
Because she always made flowers out of coffee cans.
Really?
Yeah,
How'd you do that?
You take crepe paper,
Yeah.
and you make flowers with it. Cut it up in the shape of a flower petal.
Yeah.
And fix it around, wire it at the bottom. And she made a whole bunch of them for Memorial Day.
Oh, really?
And that's where I got into the flower stuff.
Flower arranging?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. She did a lot of them.
What were holidays like? Like Memorial Day? Did everybody go to the cemeteries or?
Yeah, sometimes, not very often. I can't remember. Maybe one time it was only that we went to the cemetery.
Really?
On Memorial Day.
And your grandparents? Do you remember your grandparents?
Yes, I remember both of them.
What were they like?
Grandma girl was really nice. She always made light bread, so we had peanut butter and honey that we put on the bread.
Yeah. You didn't get that very often, did you?
No, we didn't. And that was special. And she always made on Friday down there was baking time for everybody.
Yeah.
And they always baked up a lot of cakes and pies and light bread and everything they could think of. And lasted 2 or 3 days or a week. And one particular time I remember going to Grandma Girl's in the wintertime, but when we left home it was pretty nice. But over the weekend it came a huge snow, and we had to ride in a wagon to get there. And so we all covered up in the back in a wagon. And there was a tree down in the road, and Dad had to get out and clear that tree before he could get through.
How deep was the snow?
It must have been about 2 or 3 feet.
Dang.
The big snow.
And you were in a wagon?
Yeah.
Horse-drawn wagon?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like, riding those?
It was fun.
Was it really rough, or?
Yeah, it was rough, because they went over a really rough road.
Did they have any, like, shock absorbers or anything on those wagons?
Oh, gosh, no. No.
So if you hit it, you felt it?
Oh, yes. Yes. And one time I remember we went to a dance not just down the road from us, and we took the wagon with us and some quilts and blankets and stuff, because at them dances they went to past midnight.
Really?
Yeah. And
Was it square dancing? Or?
square dancing, yeah. And they had fun till we went to sleep. It was fun.
Was it a lot of drinking or anything?
I'm sure there was.
But you didn't notice it?
No, I didn't
Did Uncle
notice
Tom
it.
ever go to those?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, there was drinking.
everybody went.
There was drinking.
Yeah.
I never understood how Uncle Tom made it from down there on the farm all the way up to Stover on the weekends to drink. Did he have people come pick him up? Did he walk all the way up there? Or?
Most of the time he walked.
That's a long way.
Yeah, it is. But that's the only way you had of getting around.
So when you were living at home when you were little, was it like a big one-room house, or did you have your own room?
No, we didn't have our own room. We had two, three gals with us, and the boys had the upstairs. So,
it was a two-story house?
Yeah, most of the time it was.
I remember a lot of those houses down there, people just had everybody slept in the front room. There was like a front room and kitchen. And
no, Mom and Dad slept in the front room, and maybe we had one other bedroom. And depends on where we lived at, what bedroom we had. But no, it was.
So, among your brothers and sisters, who was the one that was the orneriest? Who was always getting in trouble?
Probably Bill.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What'd he do?
I don't know what he did. He was just ornery.
Was he hot-headed?
Yes.
Really?
Just like Grandpa.
Oh, God. Grandpa was cool. He was really nice, unless he was mad.
Yeah.
It's like if he came after you, you know you screwed up.
Yeah.
You might as well just start crying.
Get it over with.
It ain't gonna. Yeah. I don't think I ever remember Grandma raising her voice.
She didn't. She was quiet.
Once in a while, I remember telling kids to get out of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
But that was about it.
Right.
What was your grandpa girl? Do you remember him?
He was quiet. He was German. And mostly he wasn't in the house. If he was home, he was sitting out under the shade tree.
Yeah. Now, the girls were the ones that had the money, right?
Right.
They were rich.
Right. And Huckabee did too.
Huckabees?
Yeah. They were rich.
How far did the Grandma and Grandpa girl live from where you lived?
Just up the hill.
Oh.
We could see the house from where we lived.
So you could go up there whenever you wanted to?
Yeah.
Did you go up there very much?
No, they just let us go every once in a while.
How about the Hockadays? Where did they live? From how far away?
I didn't ever know any of them personally, except Grandpa Hockady. And I don't remember him because I was only a year old when he died.
Now, isn't he the one that was holding you?
Yes, he is.
Was it sitting in a chair or?
Sitting in a rocking chair out in the yard. He'd sit out there and rock and sing and whistle.
Really?
Yeah. So that's all I knew of him.
What kind of place did they have?
He was staying. I don't know about any of the rest of them. he was staying with Grandma and Grandpa because he's by himself.
Oh, really?
He's, I never did know Grandma Hockaday.
Oh,
So
you don't remember where they lived or
uh-uh.
anything? What kind of a house and farm did the girls have?
They had a big 2-story house.
Really?
Yeah.
They had a lot of cattle and
They had every
pigs.
animal thing you could think of.
Really?
And they especially had sheep and goats and cows and horses and all that kind of stuff.
Jeez. Not very many people have sheep down there now, do they? No?
Uh-uh.
Hmm. So, how old were you when you got burnt by the wood stove?
Probably about 11 or 12.
Tell me about that. What was going on?
We just was in the kitchen messing around, and I really don't remember much about it.
You don't remember what happened?
I know my clothes caught on fire, and I remember Dad chased me around the table to put them out. But that's about as far as that goes.
So did he get burnt too?
He got his arms burned, I think, and his hands.
And then what about afterwards? Did they call a doctor?
Yeah, they called a doctor. He came out and cleaned me up, and
That had to be painful.
it was
How did you
excruciating.
sleep or function?
You couldn't. You just wear yourself out because you hurt so bad.
So they kept you at home while
Yeah,
you were recovering?
right, yeah.
Where'd you stay at?
I stayed in Mom and Dad's room, right off in the kitchen, the bedroom. And I must have been in there for a month or two before I could get up and go do anything other than go to the bathroom.
How did Grandma and Grandpa function?
I don't know where they slept at.
I mean, how did they deal? I mean, they couldn't go off and leave you.
No, well, Grandma was there all the time.
Grandma girl?
No, my grandma, your grandma.
Your mother?
My mom, yeah.
Oh.
She was there all the time.
Did anybody come and...
Yeah, the guys would come at night and set up with Mom and Dad. For I don't know how long they did that.
So they could sleep or just...
Yeah, so they could go to sleep or do what they needed to do.
So you probably lost a lot of weight then, didn't you?
I probably did.
Did you eat? I mean, how... So you were on your stomach most of the whole time then, weren't you? Since you were burning.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
How'd you eat? What'd you eat?
Just whatever they brought me.
They didn't have anything for pain or anything? The doctor
No.
didn't give you, they put anything on it?
They put a salve on it to keep it from drying up.
They have to do that every day?
Yeah, every day.
You didn't have clothes on while that was... Or sheets or anything?
I just covered up with a sheet.
So that would have hurt too.
Yeah, it would. So, and I missed a year of school that year.
Really? What school were you going to then?
I was going to Carlisle School.
And that was pretty close?
It was about 2 miles away.
Oh. But the bus came and picked you up every day, right?
No,
No.
you walked.
So who all was going there? Was any of your brothers or sisters going there with you?
Yeah, they were.
Who all was going there?
Oh,
Was it
Mary.
You and Mary.
Mary and
Was Elroy there going there?
probably was him, because the others were too young to go.
Yeah, you were born 26, so it's probably Elroy, you, and Mary,
Yeah,
because Uncle Bill wasn't born until 1930.
no.
So did you guys always go to that same church for Grandma?
Assembly of God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it always Assembly of God, or was it? It was Pentecostal.
Pentecostal Assembly of God.
And you always went there
That's
that you
the
can
only
remember.
place we went whenever they were having service. All churches down there didn't have service every weekend. They had it ever so often because
Oh,
the pastor come from far
oh,
away.
they didn't have pastors that just stayed there like they do now.
No.
Okay. So you went to the Pentecostal Church of God,
Uh-huh.
and where are your grandparents buried at? Are they all buried in St. Paul's?
Uh, I don't know where Grandpa Simmons was buried at.
They're
I,
all, they're all very good.
Do you remember Grandpa Simmons?
of course, yeah, I was there setting up with him before he died, me and Mom.
Really?
Yeah,
What is he like?
he's very quiet.
A Simmons
Yeah,
was quiet?
yeah.
That don't happen.
Oh, he was quiet. And, you know, the Simmonses were all kind of quiet. They just talked about, guys would just talk about, you know, woods, whatever they
Yeah.
did, farming and stuff like that.
They were the quiet ones until you made them mad, and
Yeah,
watch out.
yeah.
What about Grandma Simmons?
She was quiet too.
How far did they live away from you?
They probably lived about 5 or 6 miles away
Oh,
from us.
really? Where at?
Right down there in that house. It's still standing that Grandpa Simmons lived in, just down the street from where Virgil and
Oh, on down.
yeah,
What is that? T?
T, yeah,
Yeah. It's still standing?
You
yeah.
know where Virgil and Peggy's house is? There's a gravel road
Right.
there. You turn that way. It's still standing last time I knew.
Oh.
The door was off of it. I took pictures of it. I went down there with Mary. That road that Grandpa put through there that went down below, it blocked that off.
Yeah,
But it was still standing. The lilac bush and some of the irises are still there in front of the house.
wow.
You can see it's got a tin roof on the house,
Hmm.
and you can see the boards. They built that house.
Mm.
So how did Grandpa get along with Grandma's brothers and sisters? Did they get along, or they avoid each other?
I really don't know because we never weren't there that much, so we didn't know anything about the infighting that went on.
Because you know it had to.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Simmons and girls,
Yeah, yeah.
especially the girls. Well, just on the girl side on the DNA, there's the girls have a lot of Neanderthal genes
Yeah,
in them, so
yeah,
they're like cavemen
yeah.
thinking. So what did you guys do for fun other than Ring Around the Rosie? Did you go swimming much?
After we got older, we was swimming all the time.
So what all schools did you go to? You went to Lindlof, Carlisle,
Riverview.
Riverview.
And that's,
Do you remember anything about that? Your teachers or anything?
no, I don't. When we went to Carlisle, there was a man teacher, and his name was Lee. The last name was Lee. And that's That's the only one I can remember.
What was the schoolwork like?
I never did have any
I
homework.
was going to say, did they give you homework? I can't imagine.
No, they didn't.
So it was like, were all your schools like one-room schools?
Yes, they
Sure.
were.
So all the grades were mixed up
Mhm.
together?
I can get his name because his sister is related to us on the Brady,
Hmm.
the Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been
And
to us.
all your houses down there had outhouses, right?
Yes, they did.
Everybody had an outhouse.
Right.
So when was the first time, do you remember that you used the indoor toilet?
When I come to Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah. That in 46.
What was that like? That was different, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes. First time you'd ever seen anything like that. And then to have to flush, it's just unreal.
That, I can't even imagine that. That had to be. And refrigeration? They didn't have refrigeration when you were young, did they?
No, they didn't. They had ice box.
Ice boxes. So when you came to Kansas City, you saw your first refrigerator?
Yes.
What was that? It was a miracle, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Nice. It was really nice.
Can you imagine Grandma seeing a microwave or using a microwave for the first time?
No. That would be really nice for her.
It would.
She would like it.
She would love it. But the first time, she would.
Freaking out.
There's no fire. How do you do this?
Yeah. It's nice to have all that stuff.
She was such a good cook. Grandma.
Yeah, then back the women, all they did is cook, because they had 3 square meals a day, and you just barely got the breakfast and taking care of the kids, and you were baking and cooking stuff all day long.
Yeah, breakfast started at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, or earlier. They got up at daylight.
I remember staying down there.
Because we didn't have a clock, we didn't have a radio, we didn't have anything like that. So we just got up at daylight and did our thing.
Did Grandpa or Grandma have watches? They had watches, didn't
They had pocket watches if you could afford them, which they didn't have anything like
they? So how
that.
did you know when it was time to go to school?
Just guessing, I guess, because we didn't have no clock.
Wow, that wouldn't work today.
No.
So how did you meet Dad?
Walking down the street in Stover, Missouri.
Oh, that's how rumors get started, Mom.
I know it is.
We're on Main Street?
On Main Street in Stover, Missouri.
What happened? Had you known him at all before?
No, I hadn't known him, and I hadn't known the family, but I didn't know him.
So what happened?
Well, they driving down the street, and they stopped in front of us, and Lloyd got out of the car. I knew him, and come up there on the sidewalk where we were at, and asked us if we'd like to go to the chivalry of a girlfriend that I knew. And he said, yeah, we'd go. And so I went down there, and Estelle was in the car, and I sat down in the car, and Lloyd had to go across the pool hall to get Norma Jean's dad's okay that she could go with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally gave it, I guess. And we went to Chivalry and sat down and listened to all that music. They were really going to town with music.
Really?
Yeah, that was their entertainment back then. Was
people get together and just play?
They just gathered together and play.
So, and who was it Norma? Norma Who was she?
She's my cousin.
You hang out with her a lot?
Not a lot, just whenever she come to Sunday school.
What was she like?
She, somebody that wouldn't shut up
Oh,
from
a
talking.
talker.
Yeah. And she had, Essel just had that little coupe, you know,
Yeah.
35 Ford, or 34 Ford. And Norma Jean with us, and Lloyd, she had to sit on Lloyd's lap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that go over?
Well, he said it gave him a headache.
Because she talked all the way?
Yeah. She was nice. She moved off to California, and I only saw her one or two times.
Is she still around?
Yeah, she still lives in California, last I heard.
You know anything?
Well, last time we saw her was down at Mary's when they come back, her and her sister. That's been a long time ago, though.
Yeah, it was.
So you should call her.
I don't have her phone number.
We can find it if she's still around.
Hmm.
So chivalry, what was that? What was
Oh my gosh, when somebody got married, they'd wait till about the time for them to go to bed, and then they'd go start shooting and ringing bells and cowbells
Yeah.
and beating on tin pots or whatever they could find to beat on and make noise. And they'd do that for 2 or 3 hours
Oh, God.
to keep them awake.
So, and then somebody would just start playing guitar or fiddle or something? And
Yeah, Uncle Murph played the fiddle. Alfred played the guitar. And they had...
I didn't know Uncle Murph played fiddle.
Uncle Murph didn't play anything. It was Alfred and... Uncle Murph played the fiddle.
Fiddle.
Yeah.
Did Grandpa play?
Harmonica.
Grandpa, did your dad play?
Yeah, he played harmonica.
I didn't know that either.
And the little thing.
Shoes harp?
Yeah.
The little shoes harp?
Yeah.
I think I did hear him play that one time.
And that's all he played.
And the one thing I'll never forget about him, it was at one of the reunions down there.
Yeah.
And I think Dad and Claude were playing
Prob-
guitars.
Yeah.
And Grandpa got up and started dancing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No.
I do. It was funny.
Yeah.
He liked music.
Yeah, he did like music.
And Cleo the Braden, what do you remember about her?
She was a preacher down there in the church for a long time. Or maybe the last preacher they had down there till they closed the church.
Do you remember much about the other Bradens?
No, we never did have anything to do with them because they lived too far away.
Didn't Cleola she had a breakdown at one time, didn't she?
Not that I know.
I remember, or maybe it was Grandma that had the break. Grandma
Yeah.
had a breakdown.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, what was that about? Do you
I
remember?
don't really know. Plus, it's just all the losing 4 kids.
Yeah.
And
When was that?
that was when they lived down this. That was when they lived back behind that school down there, Riverview School. They built a house back there, and that's where that happened at.
You were already
Oh, I was gone.
up in Kansas City then?
Yeah.
Was any of the kids living there?
Frida was living there, and Buck, I think.
So she'd know more about what happened. Did she just nap? What happened?
Yeah. And she was dead for a long time, and doctor would come to see her.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wake up.
Oh, that's what it was.
Anything about when you were a kid living down there? Any stories you want your grandkids and your great grandkids and your kids didn't hear or know about?
Only one thing, there was a guy that worked for Dad one time, and he'd always come at the house to tell us there's a little bunch of baby rabbits hid up there in the stump.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd go up there and look all over the hillside for them baby rabbits. There wasn't no baby rabbits up there.
How long did you spend up there looking?
Oh, I don't know, probably half an hour or so.
Try to get you out of the house.
Yeah.
How did you do in school?
I did well in school. I don't remember any of my grades, but I don't think I got any F's or anything like that.
Oh, I got enough of them to make up for it.
Huh?
I said I got enough of them to make up for
Okay.
yours. And your brothers and sisters, were they all good in school?
Yeah, they did. They were good in school because they, as far as I know, I don't know about their grade cards, but I don't think I had any problems.
Who was it? Wasn't it somebody? Maybe it was Bill or somebody. I remember a story about you and Mary or Rosie or something were walking along and somebody threw a snake at you, or
Oh, that's something. I don't know whether that's Bill or Elroy. Yeah, they chased us home with a dead snake.
a dead snake. When I heard the story, I don't remember it, but something about Grandma and Grandpa were eating, went in the kitchen to eat. When they came back, there was a huge black snake stretched out across the couch. Do you remember anything about that?
No, I don't remember. No, I don't.
And they thought Bill had brought it in.
Oh, no.
Put it in there, but I don't even know where I heard that from.
Uh-uh.
So what year did you come to Kansas City?
Yeah, I came to Kansas City in 46, I think, because I was up here for a couple of years before I went back down to Stover.
Did you work in Stover?
I worked there for just a little while to fill in for Cleola
Doing what?
in a cafe,
In
the
Stover?
Braden Cafe.
Was that in Stover?
Yeah,
On the main?
on Main Street. That's the main street. It's all the streets they got in Stover.
Yeah, I know. But I think that cafe used to be up there on the main street. I remember eating there once during the Stover Fair. But Harold and Darlene and Jean and me and Lanny and probably Gloria
Yeah,
went in there and ate.
probably so.
And then after that, we went down to the movie theater,
Yeah,
and they were showing Tarzan for free. And we all,
yeah. I know something funny about Doug. I'm going to tell it.
What?
First time you ever went in a restaurant.
Well, I have no clue. What?
You wanted I want to know how you wanted your eggs fixed, and you said cooked.
Well, that's how you do it. Where was that at?
Down at Sedalia, when he was coming down with Keith and somebody, Kenny, and they all stopped in there to eat breakfast. And
That's funny.
yeah,
I remember when we went on vacation when we went down south,
Yeah,
and every place we stopped served grits.
you're right.
Ugh. That was nasty. So you're living in Kansas City for a couple years, and you went back home.
No, I didn't go back. I went back just to visit. And then I come back up here.
So you met Dad down there when you were living down there, right?
What?
You met Dad in Stover when you were living down there?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you came to Kansas City,
Yeah.
and he went into the service.
No,
No, he came to Kansas City. He was up here before
he was out of service.
He was out of the service
Yes.
when you met him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got out of service in 46. And I met him in 47.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So did you move up here by yourself?
No, I lived at Thelroy and Roberta till I got married.
What did you think of the city when your first couple of days?
Scared me to death. I wouldn't go out the street for nothing.
A lot of people. There were a lot of people.
Well, I was taking care of Don Lee, too,
Yeah.
and they were working.
Was she a good baby?
Yeah, she's good. She's been good all her life.
Yeah, she has. She has.
She's had a hard life.
She has. Very hard. Where were they living at? Where were you living at? Do you remember when you first?
In a mansion.
Oh, was that when you were living in
Adele Hotel.
the 7th and Woodland?
Right.
Yeah. Had they been there for a long time?
Yeah, they'd been there ever since Elroy come to Kansas City. Way back when he was 17 years old, he come to Kansas City.
Oh, really?
With Roberta's parents, and never did come back home.
So he came up here and then he went into the service?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Where did he serve at?
I don't know.
Was he Army or?
Army.
I don't know, but it had to be World War II, I suppose. But I don't know what branch he was
I
in.
wonder where he served.
I don't know.
If he was a medic, he saw some bad stuff.
Well, he was, and it changed him forever.
He was in the Philippines because that picture with the guitar on, he was in the Philippines.
I think, because Dad was down in South Pacific too, and I bet they were all pretty much
Close together.
I think Dad told me once that him and
Leo.
were stationed basically on the same island on opposite sides,
Mm-hmm.
and they never knew the whole time they were there.
Yeah.
They were on the Manus Islands,
No.
and Uncle Leo was Navy too, wasn't he? Merchant Marines, I think.
He was in the service, and that's all I
I
know.
think he was in the Navy. That's just so bizarre that they were there that close.
Yeah.
Never ran into each other.
Yeah.
They couldn't write and tell. I have one letter that Dad wrote to Grandma Adams from over there,
Yeah.
and he couldn't really say much, but I guess she'd send him a Christmas card, and it seemed like everything was going okay.
Yeah.
That had to be a trip,
Yeah.
going from Stover, Missouri to the other side of the world.
Yeah. At 18 years old.
Yeah.
Scared to death.
So, you came to Kansas City, and Dad was already up here then,
No.
or he came up after you?
No. He was in the service.
When you came up here
Yeah.
in 46?
Yeah.
So, how did you meet him up here? How did you hook up here?
Well, I had met him at Stover, and he knew, I told him, where I lived in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Leo lived in Kansas City,
Yeah.
and so that's why he knew where I was at.
You remember your first date?
The fair down in Versailles.
Really? Just you and Dad?
Yeah.
What did you do when you went out? Did you go out much when you were in Kansas City for the movies or anything very much, or just out?
No, we went to. Oh my gosh, we went to. I forget what the name of the place was. We went somewhere. And
thinking of the big, they had a big roller rink and
yeah,
Claymore.
the Claymore, yeah.
I don't
They
know
had
what.
movies and a roller rink and dances and
I don't know what it was.
that kind of stuff.
And we went to the show a couple of times, but I didn't care about shows
Why?
because I didn't understand what they were doing.
Do you remember your first movie?
Oh my gosh. My first movie, I was down at Versailles. They took all the kids to see a movie, and it was about a postman. And dogs got after him, run him up a tree,
Yeah.
and his limb fell off with him. He fell and bang, and I
Scream?
I screamed out loud. Scared me to death.
And you never went back to the
I
movies?
didn't. No, I don't like them.
I know you guys went to the parks a lot when you were up here. Was that while you were dating or after you were married, or?
After we were married, yeah. There's different parks.
Yeah, I know when we were kids, I think we spent most of the weekends in parks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember when Dad smoked?
Yes.
You remember what kind of cigarettes he smoked?
Kent.
Can't. I'll never forget that. Yeah. When did he stop smoking?
In the early 70s.
70s.
Yeah. In the 70s.
And your wedding day, what was that like?
It was very nice. We got up and went to, I think we got married at maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And had lunch at Elvis. And then we left there and went to the motel. And somebody had tied them tin cans all over the back of our car.
Yeah.
So he had to stop and get them undone.
Where were you living at? Were you still living at the Ada Hotel then?
Yeah, I was.
And where did you get married at?
In Elva's house in Kansas City. On the Agnes, I think it was.
What was that house like?
It was nice. Had a big fireplace in it.
Oh, really? Is that where you got married in front of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you remember when Dad proposed to you? Did he?
Yeah, he said, he asked me and I said, I don't know, I'll have to think about it. So he didn't get no answer for
Did he say anything?
next time I come back.
He didn't say anything?
Huh?
Did he ask Grandpa?
No, he wouldn't do that. I told him he had to, and he wouldn't do it.
He's afraid of him?
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. He asked me, and that was enough.
So what Grandma and Grandpa have to say about it when you told them?
I don't know. I don't remember anything they said about it.
then Kenny was born in 1949.
Right.
That was your first kid. Where did you come up with the name for Kenny? Where did you get that?
Doctor and your dad.
His doctor's...
Kenneth E. Cox.
Okay. So he's named after Dr. Cox and Dad.
Yeah.
What was he like as a baby growing up?
Cute little kid. All of them are cute little kids.
Yeah. Did he do anything that drove you crazy?
Well, the funny thing about him was I had taught him to stay away from the driveway because cars would hurt him.
Yeah.
And I told him Lloyd's car was coming, and he said, "Get the car." He'd say, "Car gonna get you?"
Uncle Lloyd was up here around a lot.
Yeah, he was.
He's a good guy.
He was.
So you moved from Kansas City to Independence, and when was that?
We moved over
Kenny
here.
lived in Kansas City.
We lived on Bales on Fred's place.
And Kenny would live there, right? When he was born in 49.
No, when Kenny was born, we lived over there on Charlotte.
Okay.
And then we moved to, I don't know where we moved to after that, but anyway, we come to Independence in 1950.
What made you want to move out of the city and come to Independence?
Because I was scared of it.
Did you ride streetcars back then, when they had streetcars everywhere?
Well, they were kind of neat, but you get tired of them when you have to ride them all the time.
Yeah.
Too many people in there.
But did you take them to work and stuff, or did you just...
No, I walked to work. I wasn't that far from work.
Didn't you and Mary work?
Yeah, she
together?
worked at the RX for pharmacy when I worked at Katz.
Did you guys live close together, or was she living with...
I think she was living with us. I forgot where she was living.
Had to be close if she wasn't living with you.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't remember about that.
So, what was going on the day that Kenny drank the bleach?
I was cleaning house, and I poured it out in a glass and set it in the bathroom because I'm going to use it to clean up the bathtub. And he went in there and took it and started drinking it, and got coughing and spitting and crying and
Oh, that had to burn.
yeah. And so I had to go down downstairs, get Irma, because she was a nurse, and she told me we had to take him to the hospital and have his stomach pumped. So we took him to the hospital and had his stomach pumped. And that took about all afternoon to do that.
Never did that again, did he?
No. I never set nothing around again like that either.
That had to be scary.
Yeah, it scared me to death.
Was Irma and Fred, they were living up here when they lost Doris Jean, weren't they?
Right, that's before I come to Kansas City.
Oh, okay. Wonder why they moved up here.
Finding work. That's the reason everybody come to Kansas City, because they had the Chevy and the Ford plants here, Union Wire and Rope. Lots of people from Stover and down in the country come up here to work for Union Wire and Rope, and Chevrolet plant and Fords.
Yeah, they were making good money back then. Real good money.
Yeah.
And then Keith. When was Keith born? Keith was born...
51.
Really? I think so. Yeah. What was he like as a kid?
He's a working little devil.
Really?
Yeah, he liked to work. We was digging the ditch to put the sewer in around over there at Kings Highway.
Mm-hmm.
Had to dig it all the way from this side of the house around the front porch and up to the kitchen. And he'd get that shovel, get dirt out of there and throw it out on the bank. And
How old was he?
He was about 5 or 6 years old. He liked to work. He still does. He works a lot.
Where'd you come up with his name from?
I don't know. I didn't know anybody by Larry. And I guess, I don't know. Your daddy might have known somebody with that name. I don't know. How we come up with it.
Hang on. Okay. So, did he do anything weird as a kid, Keith?
Oh, yeah, he threw little mad fits.
Really? What'd he do?
And when he'd get mad at for something, he'd run in there to the couch and throw my pillows off on the floor. And so that was another spanking he got.
Who was the one that used to hit his head against the...
That was Kenny.
Was it against the wall or against the floor?
Oh, out the concrete walk, wherever he's at. He never did hit it against the wall. It was the floor.
Oh, God.
And I don't know where he come up with that at, but he got a spanking for that.
When did you get your first TV? Was it when you were over here on Kings Highway?
Mm-hmm.
Had you seen TV much before then?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
Oh, you're glued to it.
Yeah.
You want to see everything
That
on
had to
it.
be a miracle. It's like there's no wires.
Right. Yeah.
I remember watching TV over there.
Yeah. The kids would sit down on the floor in front of it and watch the TV.
And showing 8mm movies. That was a big thing.
Yeah, it was.
Pulling that screen out.
Yeah, it was.
Show all those movies. And then Harold came along. What was he like as a kid?
Harold was a cute little boy. Everybody thought he was the cutest thing they ever seen. And he come along. And the main thing about Harold is when I was trying to break him, he'd go outside to play and he'd pee all over himself all the time. So I had to go to shower, give him a shower and dress him. And
He's just too busy playing.
yeah, he was.
He had plans.
Right.
You remember how he got his name?
What?
Do you remember how you came up with his name, Harold's name?
Harold Taylor, after Estel's friend.
From down the lake?
No, he was from Blackburn, Missouri.
Where is that?
It's down 24 Highway.
Because I know in one of those 8mm movies there's a shot of Blackburn city limit.
Yeah.
And I never could figure out what...
Yeah, that's... He lived down there and he made roll-top guests and cabinets and stuff like that. And he was out here on 40 Highway getting a load of lumber or something for his business. And run into that middle railing in the middle of the street and killed him.
Ooh.
So he was really a nice guy, good-looking guy.
He's the one that Dad got a guitar from, right?
Right.
That's the one I have.
Right. Yeah.
Where did they get the other guitar, the bigger one that he had? Did he get that in the service?
No, I don't know where he got that. He had that before he got married. I don't know anything about it.
Cause I remember, he played that one all the time.
Yeah, he did.
But I don't remember him playing the Harold Taylor's guitar.
No, he got that mostly just for souvenirs.
Oh. Did he get that after he died?
Yeah.
So is that the only weird thing Harold did when he was a kid?
So that's the only thing. Well, he broke his arm.
Really?
Yeah, he was climbing on a tree. He's going to try to climb up a tree and swing off of the limbs.
Yeah.
On the ground. Well, I guess he hit the fence down below and broke his arm.
When was this?
And we had to take him to Sedalia Hospital to get his arm set.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because was that with Kathy or somebody or one of the kids? And came back and you guys were gone.
Yeah.
And Grandma and Grandpa told us that he had. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember his horse?
That was, yes, I remember that. Yeah, it was a pretty horse.
Yeah.
Well, you're so sound asleep. I stepped on you. You didn't even budge.
She's out. She's in her happy place.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the accident? Harold's accident?
Oh, my gosh. That was awful. I don't know who called us. Probably Mary.
Do you remember where we were at?
Yeah, they went to...
Do you remember where we were at when you got the call?
No.
We were down at Fred and Irma's in
Oh.
Arkansas. We were going to go to... There's some kind of a mountain down there.
Yeah, that's after he got hurt. Yeah.
No, that's before the wreck.
Yeah.
We were down there. We were going to go to, I think it's Petty Jane Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Fred was talking about we were going to go to that the next day.
Yeah.
And I think we just got to sleep and the phone rang.
Right.
And we had to come all the way back up here.
That's what the Gloria said, it's sure a short night.
Yeah, that's where that was.
Yeah.
What year was that? I was really little because I remember Mom coming up.
Yeah.
And I stayed here at the house, and her and Mom went over to the hospital. I couldn't go.
I think that day when we came back, Gloria and I went to Mary's. I don't know if Mary picked us up or dropped us off, but we stayed at Mary's for a couple days, I think. And you and Dad were at the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
What hospital was he at?
Independence Regional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you think when you walked in the room?
Didn't even know him. He's black. His face was black.
Swollen up?
Yeah, eyes swollen shut. His face was a mess.
He had a lot of surgeries.
Yeah, it repaired his whole face.
I remember he had his mouth wired shut
Yeah.
for a while. He had to drink
Through a straw.
through a straw
Yeah.
for a while. He was in high school then. He was going to school during that.
Yeah, he probably was. I don't remember that.
I remember the day he came home, it scared the crap out. He looked like Frankenstein. He had wires in his mouth and he couldn't talk. And,
Right. Scared you kids.
It
You
was,
you just walked through the house and went out.
Yeah, it's like, that ain't right. Something wrong.
Yeah,
Is there anything in the paper about it? The accident?
I
at
don't.
the time?
I bet there was,
it probably was. I
but it
don't-
would have been in the Buckner.
Buckner paper.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
happened down by Buckner.
Yeah,
It was Harold and Vicky and Sherry Lynn,
yeah.
and I don't know who was driving the car.
Out to throw eggs on the house. That's what they
Yeah.
were doing. It was,
Then Miss Darlene was born. Do you remember where you got her name from? Deborah Darlene?
no, I don't know where I got it from either.
What was she like as a kid?
She was quiet.
She's like that as an adult.
Yeah.
She do anything weird or strange?
No, not that I can think of.
How about Judy? Where'd you come up with Judy Kathleen?
Don't know that either. Because there wasn't nobody in the family named that.
So, when you were pregnant with your kids, did you have names picked out before they were born, or like a boy's name and a girl?
No, well,
Or did you come up with them
probably
at the hospital?
not. I didn't have time to pick out names
You just came up at the hospital.
at the hospital, or yeah, I had to do that before I come home because I had to have a name. So I guess I thought about it beforehand too.
Did she do anything strange as a kid? What was she like as a growing up?
Just a kid.
Charlie and Judy have always been close.
Yeah, they had.
Then I came along. Where'd you get my name from?
Let's see. I don't know where I got your name from, just like Harold and Keith. I can't remember. Well, I know Harold, where I got part of his name. But I don't know where I got, like, yours, Darlene's and Judy's. And
I was wondering if it had anything to do with Calvin Eugene. Where you got the Eugene.
it might have been. Could be.
Because that's such a... Nobody else has that name.
No.
Eugene.
Older name.
And I know I was perfect as a kid. I never did.
Charlie does.
Oh.
Charles Eugene.
Yeah.
I had.
I bet that comes from Calvin Eugene.
Mm-hmm. And Calvin was probably Uncle Cal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where Calvin comes from.
You were a cute little kid.
I know. I still am.
And
I'm still bald, too.
yeah, you loved sitting in your little car.
A little car. A little red car.
Yeah.
A little red Corvette.
Right.
I had a red Corvette in 1958 or 9.
Used to have a train thing down the
Oh, I
basement.
love trains.
I remember that.
I still love watching trains. And then Gloria came along in 60.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you get her name from?
I got her name from Gloria that worked with me in Scouts. And I got her, Jean was from Miss Whitehead.
Mrs. Whitehead.
Yeah.
So how did you and Dad get involved in Scouts?
Well, because we wanted you guys to know how to do something, and they taught Scouts back then how to do things.
Yes, they did.
And Whiteheads were involved in Scouts, so it made it easy.
Dad and Mr. Whitehead were pretty close, weren't they? How'd they work together?
Yeah, they worked together.
So when you first saw this house on Kings Highway, what'd you think of it? How did you find it? How did you find this house?
We just got in the car and drove out here and looked for it until we found it.
Because it was in bad looking shape.
It was.
It was ghetto.
But Ralph knew how to fix it.
Yeah.
So I guess he took Ralph over there and showed it to him, and they got new posts for the front porch and fixed it up. And
I know the front porch was just
dirt.
The floor was dirt.
Yeah, it was. And then we poured the concrete floor on there. From a guy at Power and Light come up and helped him do that. So
Dad put a lot into that house.
yeah, I did.
I remember living over there the day that JFK was shot.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes, I
I
did.
think you were in the kitchen or doing laundry or something, and there was a TV in the boys' room or back by the boys' room.
In the garage, I think.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
And we watched that, and then the whole funeral, that whole day we watched the funeral.
Yeah.
I remember all of that.
Yeah.
And little John Kennedy Jr. doing saluting
Yeah.
as he went by.
Right.
And the day Martin Luther King was shot, I remember that.
Right.
I don't ever remember you living there. I remember you were fixing it up to rent it out. You were fixing the house up to rent it out.
Oh, yeah.
We had to fix it up every time somebody moved out.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Macy. So, you lived over there till you didn't have no more place to put the kids.
So then we built the bedrooms
The
on.
bedrooms on.
Yeah.
And he didn't build the bedrooms in the garage at the same time, did he?
No, he built the bedrooms, and then he built the garage the year after, so.
God, I bet that was nice to have all that extra room.
Oh, it was nice. Kids really liked it.
I remember.
What was nice about it was when he built the garage on there, so you could just drive in with the groceries and came right in the house.
Didn't have to clear the car off in the winter.
Right.
I remember Kenny and I think it was the Whitehead boys and Keith building a monkey bridge over there in that side yard.
Yeah, they did.
Scouts.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there was, I think, snow fence around that place for a while, and they took it down.
Right.
And Kenny and Keith and Harold built a fort out of the snow fence in the yard, and there was little rooms in it.
Oh my!
You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you find out about this house? Did Hutchinson's tell you?
Just talking to Hutchinson's and telling them that when they retired they was going to move to the lake or to Arkansas and or Texas. I don't know what it was now, but anyway, I told them I'd like to have the house when they moved to let us know when they got ready, and so then your daddy was talking to them about it, and so they told him we'd have first choice at it. And the day we moved in, the kids just went crazy.
I know I did. I remember that day.
Yeah.
I was upstairs almost all day long.
Yeah.
Because I'd never been in a house that had an upstairs.
Right.
And those cubby holes up there fascinated me.
Yeah.
And there was a sink up there. There was a kitchen.
Yeah, there was.
It was like, this house so big. And the whole basement
Yeah, it was something else.
and the old garage that was out there that had that big workbench on it that was soaked in oil.
Yeah.
That garage didn't stay there very long, did it?
No, it was about to fall in whenever we moved over here. Yeah, the chicken house, too.
The chicken house, I remember that.
Was
It
out
had
there.
rabbits. I think Keith had rabbits out there
Yeah.
for a while.
It probably, yeah, I think they did have rabbits. And
one year, I remember we planted that whole side yard down there as a garden.
right.
Thought that was going to kill me. That was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was.
Never did that again.
No.
Remember the well in the backyard?
We had a cistern
Mm-hmm.
up there. Yeah, there used to be a faucet out there where the chicken coop, where they used to water the chickens.
Yeah.
And that didn't last long. Dad took that out
Yeah.
pretty quick. And his TV and radio stuff, how did he get into that? Fixing TVs and radios, do you remember?
No, other than he maybe saw an ad in the paper or something about repairing them. I don't know how he got into it.
And he didn't start that till he was over here on Kings Highway, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Fixing
He did. In
people's-
that little room in front there
in
was
the little den.
his place to work on TVs.
Did he have a lot of crap in there?
He had quite a bit.
Did it bug you?
No, because it's little and back out my way. So,
He had some stuff in the garage out there later on when he put the garage. Didn't he move all that out in the garage when he built the garage?
yeah,
Or was-
yeah.
I remember when we moved over here and the whole basement was full of people's TVs and radios
Yeah.
and stuff.
Right.
I wonder why he stopped doing that, because he had a lot of business.
Well, they come in, the colored TV come in, and he didn't know nothing about that.
Oh.
And so he just got out of it.
Oh. He could have went back to school. He would have picked that up. And
Yeah,
he was smart.
yeah, he was smart.
I have one of his books downstairs from when he was going to school,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got all these detailed drawings of how motors work and all this math and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was good with math.
Oh, yeah.
God, he was good with math.
Spelling, too.
I think all of them, all the Adams, were pretty good with math and stuff.
Yeah, because, she read to them kids all the time. Different books and stuff. And that makes a big difference in kids.
Well, I know Grandpa Adams liked to have, every time they moved somewhere, he'd like to start a debating society.
Mm-hmm.
The one debate Dad remembered was about which is stronger, fire or water.
Wow.
And they had a whole debate about that. Grandpa came up with the subject. And Dad said he came down on the water was probably the more powerful because water could put out fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
They had a lot of music in their family too. I think everybody in that family played or sang or
Yeah, they did.
So you remember your 25th wedding anniversary?
Yes, I do.
Was that the first anniversary party you'd ever had?
No, I'd had a 19th birthday party
Where was that?
down there in the house, way down there behind Grandpa Adams, Grandpa Simmons is down there. We went to church and got home, and I was standing in the kitchen window, and I seen all that string of cars coming down our driveway. And I couldn't figure out why they were coming down there until they come in the house and started screaming, "Happy birthday."
That's not a good feeling, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You don't know what to do or
Yeah.
where to run and hide.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, your birthday
You
party.
like an idiot.
That was so funny.
Oh my God. And it was like, everybody was here. Claude and Ruby came by. Kenny, everybody was in the house, and I had no clue what the hell was going on.
I've got your movies out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She had to dance with her and everything.
Oh, God. It was insane.
Oh, it was funny.
And I remember my 21st birthday. You remember that? Mary made me a cake. What you need?
I laugh so much, my eyes are watering up.
You remember my 21st birthday? When I turned 21?
No.
Mary made me a cake that had little pink elephants on it
Yeah.
and little bottles of champagne
Yeah.
stuck in the top.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And she said that, you're 21, you can drink that. And we opened one and we drank it, and it was the nastiest crap I ever put in my mouth. It was awful. It was sour apples. She goes, now that'll probably stop you from... Aunt Mary, she is awesome.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
She's
done so much.
She trained herself.
She did. She's smart.
Yeah.
And she don't take no crap.
No.
So she don't back down.
No.
So your 25th wedding anniversary. You remember that?
Yes.
Did you know about it before?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
That was so hard because we had to tell everybody at church.
Yeah.
Without you and Dad finding out.
Yeah.
God, that was hard.
Yeah.
What do you remember about it? Remember walking in the front door?
When I walked in the front door and then you turn around and here comes these people.
Everybody was parked over there on Kings Highway.
Oh my God.
There was no cars.
Yeah.
And I remember when you opened the door, I think it was Uncle Willie. The stereo used to have that big console stereo sitting there.
Yeah.
And as soon as you came in the door, he'd drop the needle on the song Happy Anniversary.
Yeah.
And the cake that Mary made, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
I think that's what I was looking at in the kitchen when all these people come in. Yeah.
This house was packed. All that. Do you remember that?
It's been a long time ago. What year was it?
It was 25 years from 1940. I don't do math. You know that.
What was it, 68? I probably don't remember too much.
It probably was.
It probably was 68.
68, 48, 58, yeah. 68, 70, early 70s.
Yeah.
I would have been 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember Grandma and Grandpa's 50th?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
And we were, you and Mary and me and I think it was Becky's, were down at the schoolhouse
Right.
making, we made money tree and Mary was doing the cake and you were, I don't think you were doing anything. You were just sitting around.
Might have been.
you were helping Mary with decorations.
Uh,
That was a cool day.
yeah, it was nice.
And it was really cool. I think they knew about it though, didn't they?
I'm sure they probably did.
I think I remember.
There's glimpses of a 5mm video you guys had of that, but just glimpses.
Yeah.
I remember it went in and out.
There's more of it, but I haven't got it transferred yet.
Okay.
It's on Super 8. And I think I remember at church, Cleola mentioned something about having a reception for him that day. And we usually went to church with Grandma when we were down there.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we rode up there, but then we always walked back with Kathy
Yeah.
so we could smoke cigarettes. And nobody ever knew it.
No, you think they didn't.
You can smell that crap from a mile away when somebody walks in there.
Right.
And down in the basement, we used to have those windows in the basement that opened out. Remember those? Or opened in. Put in there and smoke. You know, think anybody would know it. I mean, the whole house had to smell like that.
Yeah.
God. And then your 50th anniversary. You remember that?
Oh my gosh, that was a shocker.
That was good. You didn't? Did you know anything about
Well,
it?
oh, I knew a lot about it, but the shock was the
The
limousine.
limousine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah, you
That
did.
was
You guys did an excellent
probably
job.
over a year.
Excellent
worked on
job.
If it wasn't for Mike and Vicky, that would have never happened.
Harold calling. I got it. I keep stalling, Harold. Keep stalling.
Because we didn't have very long when we went in to set the hall up. You had, I don't know, Harold and Pauline came and picked you up for lunch?
Yeah, and
About-
took us up here on Nolan Road.
Probably about what, 10 or 11?
Yeah, probably.
And we had like an hour.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us in, and they were
No.
supposed to be there, and they didn't.
We had
they
like
weren't there.
45 minutes or an hour to get all that set up down there.
Oh my gosh.
And we were running around like crazy. And Mary was getting the cake set up, and
Yeah.
Patty and Mike and Vicky were getting the decorations. I think I was just standing around mostly. I don't remember what I was doing.
Well, you made that the music cassette.
The music and the...
and we were trying to get everything set up, and we had to cover all the display cases and get all the tables set up.
It was a lot of work.
Help Mary get things set up.
And putting that book together,
That was an excellent job.
that was so hard trying to sneak pictures out of his house and take them over there. Oh my! And that time you had a lot of them in there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I know that there's a picture of this, but I don't know where it's at, and she's always there, and I can't sneak in there and get it. Oh God, it was hard.
And me asking you questions and trying not to give it away.
Yeah.
And then I think the day of, the weather was going to turn bad that day. And we were afraid it was going to snow and nobody would show up. So we get there and getting all the stuff up and we're afraid it's going to snow. It's like, we've got all this invested in this stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to show up.
Yeah.
And everybody showed up.
Yeah, they did. That was nice.
Back
So overall, how's your life been?
My life has been blessed.
How so?
Because I'm still here.
You are still here.
Thank you.
And you still argue.
I do.
So how do you want how do you want people to remember you?
I don't know.
she likes red.
She likes red. And carnations. Or no.
Roses.
No. It is carnations you want, right?
Pink roses and red white carnations.
White carnations, yeah, carnations. Okay, my battery's about to die, so
Okay.
You got anything, Mike?
What, name some people that, when you were younger or through your life that meant a lot to you or helped you?
Everybody I met or knew helped me because they wanted to, I guess. You go through life, everybody you run into has a part of you that you don't forget.